Alrighty, Battle City upcoming. We've got Rex Raptor, and he is taking on Esper Roba in the rematch as... Oh, there's Aqua Dragon. Fairy Dragon, Amazon of the Seas, and Zone Eater. Wow. Very difficult to summon. So, Esper Roba and Rex Raptor had a... well, you saw the very end of the match in the anime. You just saw Raptor winning, handing over that Serpent Knight Dragon, and then Esper Roba saying it wouldn't even be good enough to be a coaster. Or something like that. Ooh, there's Survival of the Fittest. That's a good card. He's got Tomosaurus, which has just been laid in defense. Two-Mouth Dark Ruler, or fake Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Also Wish.com Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, as we call it. And Giant Rex, which is a 2000 attacker, 4 stars. Can't attack directly, but good for getting defense off the field. So, an okay starting hand from Raptor. Survival of the Fittest can also gain 1000 points to a dino as well, as a Esper Roba has just played Gather Your Mind. And the whole effect of that card is you can draw one Gather Your Mind from your deck. You can only use it once per turn. I have that card. When I first got it, I showed it to my friend and I said, what is the point of this card? And we both looked at it, we both reread the effect, and we were like, that might be the most useless card we have ever seen. However, if you use Gather Your Mind in a deck with Exodia or with spell counters, where every time you activate a spell card, you get a spell counter, that card actually becomes quite useful. So, yes, the older we got, the more we were able to figure out the cards. We were still kids back then. As Big Eyes flipped up, so Esper Roba would have been able to sort the top 5 cards of his deck. So if he has anything good in his deck, he is now going to draw it. So better be ready, old Rex boy. Still 2000 attacker on the field, that's not bad. And, oh, the Fiend Mega Cyber. If your opponent controls at least 2 more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. Oh, and there's Jinzo Ejector. That can, you can use the effect of that to get Jinzo from the deck to the hand, and then you can special summon one Jinzo monster from your hand to the field. And it will also allow Esper Roba to look at all the spells and traps on the field. So part of the mind reading ability, that's sort of how Roba's deck is built, so we can look at opponents' hands and cards. And Jinzo has been special summoned. Roba has made 2 special summons of 2200 and 2400 and has absolutely flipped this duel on its head. Jinzo is now blocking any trap cards that Rex Raptor would have on the field, and one of them would increase his Giant Rex by 1000 points. What an absolute play from Esper Roba. The Fiend Mega Cyber and Jinzo have just swept Raptor's field, and he's in trouble. He's only got a fake Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, and wow, Monster Reborn as well, and brings back Giant Rex. That's reckless. I get why. But if Rex Raptor draws a Dark Hole or something, that could lose you the match doing that. He's gotten very overzealous. It is a Friday. We've all worked hard this week getting all these Yu-Gi-Oh matches out, but this one, fortunately for Esper Roba, it's not going to come back to bite him on the ass, but now he does have a 2000 attacker on the field. Maybe an intimidation factor as well. Alright, there's What Kid, which is only 1000 attack, but you might as well attack with Giant Rex. It can't attack directly anyway. And it's all about to come crashing down for Raptor. He's about to lose 5600 life points, so he's going to be down to 2000 exactly after all the calculations are done. And with only Little D, a Mystical Space Typhoon, and a Remove Trap in hand, Raptor, unless he draws a Dark Hole, and which he doesn't, so I guess he's not Rebecca, he's drawn Babysaurus, or Baby Cerosaurus, so Raptor is cooked. He will not survive the next turn. I did read out comments in the last match. But I will do some name drops as well, just to give a shout out as we're transitioning into the next match, because Raptor's cooked. So, shout outs to... Yeah, apologies again if I do miss anyone, but... Rare Hunter Gaming 8689, SCH 292, Brawell, Jason Presland, Novus Tempestus 3389, 11 Earguile, Anime Knight 8958, Mecha Jason, Next Gen Prodigy 1612, Samwise 495, 117 Stephen G, Charanib, Vert Vitil, Pumas DS, Pochi 96, Card Player 2124, Vert Vitil, I think I did see your name earlier as well. Ooh, that's an interesting hand from Esper Roba. Richard Mosham, Otbat, Jolos 7893, Mech Warrior 141, Krista Korean, Aaron Van Der Venter, Stealthbot 8447, Cody Smith 630, Josh Pam 23, and sorry if I have missed anyone, but that's all the names that I've seen pop up in my recent scroll of comments. Thanks everyone so much for all those comments. How many names did I go through? That would have been close to at least 20. So there are people who are enjoying this series, and that's exactly why we created this. Before this series started, as we were all talking about some concepts and how we were actually going to pull this off, and come to the conclusion that we'd have to get all the cards on both switches, we were thinking what's something that we would watch? What's something that hasn't really been done before? And we come to the conclusion, let's go all out on this series. Even if it didn't work, we'd still get that satisfaction, because I've always wanted to do something like this ever since I was collecting the cards as a kid, like big tournament duels with the actual real life decks and the real world decks that you would go to the shops and buy. And with so many people enjoying this as much as we are, it's made the series all the more worth recording. So thanks everyone for commenting and watching along and making this Yu-Gi-Oh series as successful as it has been for us here. As Tripwire Beast gets attacked by Miscellaneousaurus, which is a great card. Raptor's also got Wasteland on the field now as well, so advantage for Rex Raptor, and oh my god, he's just drawn Jinzo as well. He's got Jinzo Lord and Amplifiers, so he's got his entire collection of Jinzo, well, except Jinzo 7 and I guess Jinzo Jector and Jinzo Returner. Those ones weren't, I don't believe they were in Esper Roba's deck, but I've put them in just to give him that little bit of extra competition, because Roba hasn't actually won that many matches, even though he's got those added Jinzos, but I gave him a little bit of a boosted Jinzo deck just to give him that extra one-up. So Reflect Bounder is also on the field, so 1700 off Raptor, and if Raptor wants to get that off the field, he's going to have to attack it, and with only Miscellaneousaurus, he's going to have to lose 2,000 points to get Reflect Bounder off the field. It's a good card, Reflect Bounder. And there it is, Raptor flushes 2,000 points, does 300 to Esper Roba, but Reflect Bounder is now off the field. And Roba is going to need some Heart of the Cards here if he's going to get out of this one. And he pulls... Oh, he's pulled Jinzo Jector. Oh, that is an unbelievable draw. He's put it face down defense. Now, if he it's 2,000 defense, but he wouldn't have been able to pull a Jinzo monster from... Oh, he could have pulled maybe Jinzo 7 or something, but he's put it in defense. Miscellaneousaurus isn't going to be able to destroy it. Would he have been able to special summon Jinzo there as well? He's taken a bit of a risk. I believe you can still special summon it, even if you don't pull it from your hand. Either way, it doesn't matter now. Jinzo Jector survives and is now tributed to make way for Jinzo himself. 2400 is now on the field. Raptor's trap cards, if that is what he's got down, are now useless. He does have Jinzo Lord as well. And he does have Amplifier. Now what's he going to go for here? He can play either Jinzo Lord or Amplifier. Now, I don't like Amplifier, and I'll wait for the move to play. I mean, they can't. The players can't hear me anyway, but only if I press that little button and turn that little knob and turn myself up in their headphones, but they can't hear me. Okay, and he's gone for Jinzo Lord. I would have done the same thing, and I'll tell you why I don't like Amplifier. Amplifier gives you the benefit of being able to play your own trap cards without Jinzo blocking them. But the thing is, with Amplifier, if you equip that to Jinzo, Jinzo becomes vulnerable. If you can play something to destroy Amplifier, you'll destroy Jinzo. So the way I see Amplifier is, unless you've got trap cards that you want to use, Amplifier just gives your opponent another way of destroying Jinzo. So a D-Spell, a Mystical Space Typhoon, any sort of card like that, if you destroy Amplifier while it's equipped to Jinzo, Jinzo's gone. So in my view, Amplifier just invites your opponent another way of getting Jinzo off the field. So I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't have played Amplifier on Jinzo. I would have gone for Jinzo Lord as well. But it's looking dicey for Raptor now. He's losing his defense. The thing is, Raptor made it really far in the preseason tournament. His deck, if he draws his deck really good at the start, although with Raptor he does rely on trap cards quite a lot for his dinos, so Esper Roba's deck matches up very well against Rex Raptors as well. That's the thing with Roba. If you use a deck that focuses heavily on trap cards, like Odeon's for example, I think Esper and Odeon have already had a match. I think Odeon did get above him, but only just. But Jinzo's a very tricky card if you rely heavily on trap cards. As Cyber Soldier of Dark World is played, and this one, Raptor's got 5. He hasn't played any more monsters. He's got 2 other cards in his hand. All magic and traps are face down. I'll just turn myself in the headphones and let's see what he had. What was in hand? Okay, Mega Zowler and Sword Arm of Dragon was what was in Raptor's hand, so no, he couldn't play any monsters down. Well, that's it. Esper Roba has absolutely destroyed Rex Raptor. As Raptor said on the boat to Duelist Kingdom, you either smash your opponent or get smashed yourself. It's one or the other. And Raptor got smashed himself. So we've got a Rebecca match coming up. She's going up against Mokuba, so in theory, you should think Rebecca would win that, but we will see. Stranger things have happened. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed Raptor and Roba. Roba absolutely creamed him. Thanks everyone for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, keep well, farewell.